Hello everyone, Pseudo here with Visualize LED and My Church. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up Ableton Live to send MIDI cues to ProPresenter and how to set up your stop triggers. Here at Visualize LED, we don't just want to sell you or rent you some wall equipment and leave you to figure out the rest. We want to be a good resource to you so that you can fulfill the vision for your church and for your event. I'm using the Ableton Live 9. I haven't upgraded to 10 because I'm not producing music on Ableton. I personally use Logic. But since we're only using Ableton to send multi-tracks, MIDI, and timecode commands, Live 9 is actually just right for what we're using it for. Let's go to Ableton and we're going to use a MIDI channel to send MIDI cues to ProPresenter. We're going to go to Preferences and we're going to go to the MIDI tab right here. And I've already got it selected. Now you'll see that at the bottom half there's a section that's called MIDI ports. Those are the ISC driver ports that we created with the audio MIDI setup. You'll see that I have the ISC bus driver 1 and the ISC ProPresenter turned on. See the ProPresenter, bus 2 ProPresenter. I've turned on the track. For the stop trigger, whichever one you're using, I'm using the ISC driver bus 1. You're going to want to turn on the input track on, the output track on, and for the input track you want to turn the remote on so that when you hit that stop trigger it's going to remotely activate whatever you assign that trigger to, which for us will be stop. For the ProPresenter cues you'll only have to turn on the track. Let's click out of that and let's add some MIDI cues. If you don't have these cues, you can contact me at pseudo@visualizeled.com and I can help you get them. Anyway, to add the MIDI cues folder, you can go to this drop down arrow right here at the top left corner and it will open up your places and categories. To add a folder, simply go down to add folder at the very bottom right here. Find the folder with the cues, and as you can see I have them already, the slides and all that. Clear all, playlists, slides, and click open and your folder will be added to your column. I'm not going to do that because I already have it added to my places. Now you will see all the cues on the second column. Let's put some cues up on the MIDI track. Let's do playlist 3. Playlist 3, let's open that up a little bit. Playlist 3. And let's do slide 1. Let's do slide 2. Let's do slide 3. Let's hit play. Now if you notice, there were no changes in ProPresenter. The reason for that is because we have to turn the tracks on, just like we have to tell Ableton where to send the audio. We have a video on that too, link in the description. But let's go to the tracks. Right here in the middle column where it says no output, there's a drop down menu and you'll see all the drivers that we turned on. For the My Church ProPresenter computer, that is network MYC from My Church Pro Pre. So we're going to click on that. Now, if I press play over here, it'll have the automated backgrounds and lyrics. But your volunteers are not going to be out of work because someone still has to program the lyrics each and every week, and someone still has to control the sermon. This is just a different way to do lyrics. For the stop trigger, it's just 2 more steps. Let's do the same thing and choose the stop ISC driver. Back to the output here, no output. Let's go to ISC bus 1 is what I use. Okay. Let's go to stop triggers. I've already got it set up. Set it up the same way that you set up the MIDI trigger folder. And I'm going to use the stop MIDI and I'm going to bring it all the way here. Now, when I play, you'll notice that it didn't stop. The way to program this trigger is actually very simple. Let's close out of these guys here. Actually, one of the simplest ways to program MIDI in any of the programs that I've seen so far. The reason is because there is the MIDI button in the upper right corner of the DAW window. So let's click on the button. You'll see everything turns purple. Anything that turns purple is what you can map to MIDI. So what we're gonna do is use this trigger and map it to the stop button. Okay? The way we do that is we're gonna play the track, and when the playhead hits the trigger, hit that button and map it to the stop trigger. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Go play, wait for it. Boom, right there. Okay? Now, let's turn off the MIDI. And now, when you push play and it gets to that trigger, boom, it'll automatically stop. Now that you've done this, you have the capability of not only controlling your lyrics, your backgrounds, and videos too. If you trigger a video, if you have a video on ProPresenter, you can trigger the video as well. But you can also trigger the stop button so that when you get to the end of a song and you forget to hit the stop button, it automatically does it for you, and it doesn't step over your worship leader talking, or it doesn't automatically start the next track you know, during service or something. So you have that safety net, and you have now perfectly synced lyrics to your music. So if you have any more questions on this subject, please don't hesitate to contact me at pseudo@visualizeled.com, because a pretty wall won't do you any good without content. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you on the next one.